Yep.
So whenever we start, they'll.
I hope you can hear us fine.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Howard Field here at the Glenwood in the Swamp. We are here tonight as Glenwood takes on Tuscaloosa Academy. Tuscaloosa is having a great year this year, and we are struggling somewhat, but that's the reason we play these games on Friday. Always got an opportunity to upset, and we look forward to maybe the Gators pulling off one this year.
Well, I tell you, Tuscaloosa does have a big team and a bunch of big guys. I do want to make one comment that we're excited about. The scoreboard is working.
Amen.
For the first two home games, there was a lightning storm right before the Morgan Academy game that knocked out the scoreboard. So we didn't know timeouts, and we just had to be real careful because everything was on the field. Now we've actually can tell what's going on. They're going to the front now, and I'll turn it back over because they're about to have the coin toss, and we'll talk about the captains for Glenwood.
I appreciate that, Ron. As y'all may recognize, tonight is homecoming for Glenwood here. We also want to recognize that we have two new sponsors tonight, Columbus Fire and Safety and Logan Metal Machine Works. So please keep them in mind when you're looking for local businesses to patronize. So Gators are out in the middle, captains are in the middle taking the coin flip. Got number 6 Valero, quarterback, as one of the captains. Number 70 Tater. Number 1 Randy Bale. Number 3 Justin Jackson. And there's the flip. It looks like Tuscaloosa will be receiving. Glenwood will defend the west end of the field.
Let's get ready for some Friday night football.
And we appreciate you coming with us live tonight. And we look forward to having a great game for you tonight.
Last year's game was a real tough struggle that Tuscaloosa pulled out. Oddly enough, it was played also here at Sammy Howard Field. Tuscaloosa won by 1 point, 28-27. Glenwood had was in a deficit of 21-6 and 28-14 and scored 13 points. And on the last touchdown in the fourth quarter, they elected to go for the win and go for 2, and the pass failed. And when that happened, they lost by 1 as Tuscaloosa held on to the ball. We're hoping that this game will be just as exciting. Despite the records, this is a big region game for both teams.
Well, you know, Ron, Glenwood is coming off of a win last week with King. And I believe Valero had 4 touchdown passes there. We're still struggling as far as running the ball goes. We don't have the running game that we had in the past. Valero was most of the running coming from the quarterback. But we did score, so we're coming off of a win, so maybe we can carry that momentum into tonight's game.
That's right. Well, the leading rusher, oddly enough, was Lawrence Vinson, although Valero was right behind him. You mentioned the 4 touchdowns. Let's say something about that. It is very unique. Valero ran for 2, passed for 1, and caught a touchdown pass. So I don't know if there's been a whole lot of players that played quarterback for Glenwood since 1970 can say they scored those 3 different ways.
That would be very unusual. And the Gators are lined up at the 35-yard line, prepared for the kickoff. Back to receive the kickoff for Tuscaloosa Academy is number 7, Phil McDuff, and number 4,
I'm not
Cameron
sure.
Chambers.
They're holding off because the clock is still running down with a minute and a half. Guys are waiting on the clock. I don't know.
As Ron was saying, we've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the scoreboard clock, and I guess we're having to wait for it to actually finish running down before they can
No, they went ahead
whistle.
and
There we
the
go. We
judges
got it
changed it.
reset. 12 minutes left on the clock. We're just glad to have a clock and a scoreboard this week. So we won't. We'll still try to keep you up to date as what the score is. And there is a kick. It is a very short kick, and there's a good opportunity. Oh, we had an opportunity to get to it almost. But Tuscaloosa will start on their 34-yard line. I believe the attempt there was maybe to keep it out of the hands of those other running backs, McDuff and Chambers.
I believe you're right, but they found a little bit of a hole. If they could have gotten down, a squib kick like that, it can be very effective if you can get a hold of the ball. But we'll see what happens. Tuscaloosa likes to run, so we might see a large dose of several of their running backs.
Tuscaloosa comes to the line, quarterback number 11, Alex Johnson. He takes a handoff, hands off to number 7, who has broke it out wide. He's already crossed, and he's down to the 35-yard line. Looks like it's going to be marked about the 36-yard line of Glenwood.
That's Phil McDuff, and he's a good ball player.
We either had some great blocking or some lackadaisical defense there. He got out quick, fast, nobody on him until he got to the 35-yard line.
Right, and that's a gain of 30.
Tuscaloosa back up to the line of scrimmage. This time he hands off to number 4, Chambers. Chambers is kind of met at the line of scrimmage, still fighting, and it looks like he may pick up 1 yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Number 1, Randy Bell made the tackle.
That was a good feel of the linebacker because he was going to cut inside, and Mr. Bell obviously read that that's what he was going to do and was waiting on him.
Johnson comes in with the play from the sideline. Tuscaloosa approaches the line of scrimmage. McDuff in the backfield. And he fakes to McDuff. He rolls out to the left. He throws a pass wide open, number 2, Mays White. And that will be a touchdown for Tuscaloosa Academy. I believe that was 3 plays. They score 6-0 Tuscaloosa Academy. They'll set up to kick field goal. Field goal kicker for Tuscaloosa tonight is number 22, Drew Scoffenberg.
That was 64 yards, mighty quick.
Too quick. There's the snap, there's the kick, and it is good. Extra point is they score 7-0 Tuscaloosa Academy. So Gators will receive this time. Maybe we can pull it off in 3 plays, Ron.
I don't know if we can pull it off in 3 plays, but the thing is that was a weakness in the past is outside speed, and obviously Tuscaloosa has it to burn, and we'll have to count. It doesn't matter how you score as long as you do score, and that's what Glenwood is going to have to do.
And I tell you, Ron, just to be truthful from what I've heard of Tuscaloosa, what I've read, what I've been told, we may want to eat as much of the clock as we can, so we probably don't want to score in 3. We probably want to drive this thing down methodically and see if we can't pick up some points and eat some of the clock at the same time. Play a little Alabama football. Kicks right to the middle. Number 8 picks it up, and he runs it down to about the 37-yard line. That was number 8, Will Height of the Glenwood Gators that received that kickoff. Run it back to around the 38. So we too will start on a pretty good position there.
That was not an easy kick.
No, that was a very extremely hard kick. Glenwood comes to the line. Valero is back at quarterback. Trying to draw them off sides. Just about had them offside that time on the call. Clock down to 5, 6. He hands the ball off to number 7, running back for Glenwood. That was Lawrence Vinson this time. Lawrence is going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Looks like it's going to be about 3 yards. As Ron said, Vinson was the leading rusher last week against Kingwood. Vinson lines up in the backfield with Valero again. Valero takes the snap, hands off to Vinson up the middle. Looked like there was a hole there, but it closed quick. Vinson picked up maybe a yard, maybe a half a yard.
Yeah, the brothers teamed up. That was Caleb Madden, number 55. He is just a sophomore. He's got a lot of potential. He's going to be a good player for him.
Valero in the backfield by himself. Takes the snap, fumbles it around, he gets it off. He's wide open. Good pass by Valero. Let's go down and hold on to the ball. That was number 4, Mason Hurd, that caught that pass. That picks up a first down for the Gators, moves the chains. Glenwood will start this series here. This will be 1st and 10 on about the 44-yard line. And once again, he hands off to Lawrence Vinson. Vinson around the corner picks up maybe one before he was brought down by number 44 of Tuscaloosa.
We'll give him one anyway. That was a gain of 15, and it was one of the best passes we've seen Bryce throw at home this year.
That brings up 2nd down and 9. Valero in the backfield. Vinson in the backfield with him. He fakes it to Vinson. He tosses it out and over his head, over the head of number 29. Sorry, that was number 23, Cody Krebs. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Gators. Gators come to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence in the backfield. There's a snap to Valero. He takes it, tosses it out to Lawrence over in the flat. Lawrence is still running, and he picks up 1st down and about 6 or 7 more yards. That's going to move it down to the 25-yard line for the Gators. And the Gators will go 1st down and 10 on the 25-yard line.
How about that for a gain of 18?
That was a very nice play. Fake it to him and turn around and throw it to him in the flats. That was a great 3rd down play. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Lawrence in the backfield still with Valero. Lawrence shifts over to the right side. Valero takes a snap, fakes it to Lawrence. He rolls out. Looks like he's wanting to run. Looked like that was a planned run from the beginning. He picks up probably 7 or 8 yards off of that one. Looks like he's going to be somewhere around 16-yard line. That will bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Gators. And I think this was that methodical drive that we were discussing we needed to have just to eat the clock up. Valero has a hard snap count, trying to draw them off. I believe he's also letting the clock run down. There goes a timeout from the Gators. Once again, we want to thank our new sponsors tonight, Columbus Fire and Safety and Logan Metalworks, for picking up the Gators video games. I ask you to make sure if you need anything, Columbus Fire and Safety not only does security systems and fire alarms and fire extinguishers, but they also do a lot of screen printing, trophies, a lot of jerseys, uniforms. So make sure you visit them on 2nd Avenue in Columbus if you have one of those needs. Logan Machine Works, as the name describes, very good welders, metal workers. I don't put them in there. You start to. So the Gators, after that timeout, the Gators come back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Valero in the backfield. Valero's going to keep that one himself and pick up the 1st down and more. That's going to be about 8 yards on that run. That's going to move us down. Looks like the 7-yard line. Be 1st down, goal to go on the 7-yard line for the Gators. And I believe they spotted that inside the 5, didn't they, Ron?
It looks like it. I thought it was on the 7, but I think you're right.
We are inside the 5-yard line.
On the 4, 1st and goal.
Valero in the backfield with Lawrence set back with him. We've got a sweep around the left end, and we go on wide, and that is a touchdown for the Glenwood Gators. That was Darryl Mon coming off the right end in motion and takes the handoff and runs it to the corner. So Glenwood matches up, touchdown for touchdown. Let's see if we can pick up our extra point. Ate a little bit of clock up as Tuscaloosa only had 3 plays off the 12 minutes, and we're already down to the 7.5-minute mark. So there's the snap. It's a bad one, and it is blocked. We got a bad snap. We couldn't get it down in time, but we tried to kick it, and that makes the game 7-6. Tuscaloosa is still up, but Glenwood did answer, responded with a touchdown drive, just as we predicted and hoped and reached out for.
Well, the key, I'm sure, for Coach Gibson is the fact that they've had several times been inside the 10 this year on other teams and have been unable to come up with points. Either they shot themselves in the foot, or they had a penalty, or there was a fumble, or a high snap. And to see them go ahead and get that touchdown early on has to be an encouraging thing for their offense. So we're hoping if the defense can now contain this high-octane offense of the Knights, we're going to have us a real interesting football game tonight.
Well, just as you said, they didn't shoot themselves in the foot. That was a very unusual drive. We made a complete drive, no errors. I believe that's the reason Coach called a timeout. We got another squib kick in that same location, and Glenwood gets it! Glenwood recovers the ball around the 30-yard line. So it didn't work the first time, Ron, but we certainly tried it again, and it worked the second time. It looked like Tuscaloosa stepped back, hoping the ball was going to go out of bounds.
And it didn't.
And it didn't.
Jacob Harper recovered it for Glenwood.
Thank you. So Glenwood starts off on Tuscaloosa's 30-yard line. Valero in the backfield. Lawrence in the backfield with Valero. Valero takes a hard snap count. Watching here, Ron, it looks like he's running the play clock down every time. Well below 10 seconds every time. Not in a hurry. 5. And we're going to get a penalty. Nope, we're going to take a timeout. Looks like Coach Gibson called a timeout before we lost 5 on that one. And with that timeout, we're going to go to commercial break, and we'll be back with you shortly.
In 65 years' experience, Columbus Fire and Safety has earned a reputation of offering quality, professional service, offering residential, commercial, and industrial installations, inspections, repairs, home security, building fire alarms, special hazard fire suppression, kitchen vent hood fire suppression, exit light security, CCTV, and access control systems. Contact our team. We would love to help you find a solution that works for you.
Welcome back to the swamp, to the Sammy Howard Field here at Glenwood School. Score is 7-6. Glenwood had just scored and kicked a squib kick, very similar to the one they attempted at the kickoff, and recovered it on the 30. So we're first down and 10 on the 30. Valero takes a snap. He fakes it to Lawrence and runs it back up the middle himself. He picks up about 3 yards off that run. Looks like they'll mark about 2 yards. Must mark where his knees went down. Brings up second down and 8. Valero hands off to Lawrence. No, he fakes to Lawrence, keeps it himself. He's dancing around. He picks up a couple of yards, and finally he's brought down about the 32-yard line.
26.
Looks like he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think he got back 1 on the 27. He cut
May
back.
have, you're right, he may have picked up one. We'll call it third down and 7, third down and long 6. There's a snap to Valero. Valero steps in the pocket, he rolls out looking for somewhere to run, and he throws the ball away. That will bring up fourth down and a long 6. Close to 7. Gators are going to go for it here. They're deep enough in Tuscaloosa's own territory. There's a snap to Valero. There's the pass. He throws it out, and it's completed, and we fumbled the ball. But we got it back. Mason Hurd catches, look like that same pass we caught the first series on the drive. That's going to give us a first down for the Gators. Down around the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 11 or 12-yard line.
Right, I think he can still get a first down without
That's
scoring
right.
a touchdown.
So we're going to, nope, it's going to be first down, goal to go. And he hands off to Lawrence around the corner. Lawrence spins, but he's stopped just as quick as he gets across the 10-yard line. He may have picked up 2. We're going to call it second down and goal to go on the 8-yard line. Looks like Trevor Crisco's checking in the ball game. Got Mond in the backfield with Valero. And quarterback takes a snap. He runs it himself up the middle. And it is a touchdown by Valero. Valero carries that one 8 yards into the end zone, and that puts the Gators on top of Tuscaloosa Academy, 12-7. Glenwood will line up for the point after attempt. Number 64, Garrett Hall, is the kicker. If you remember last time, had a bad snout, mishandled the snout, didn't get it down in time, and it was blocked. That's down, and it's up, and it is good. That makes it 13-7, Glenwood. Glenwood has surprised Tuscaloosa Academy. Well, Ron, what do you think the chances of Glenwood kicking that same squib kick would be?
Pretty good, and they may not kick it to the same spot, but they may kick it to the other side.
If I'm Tuscaloosa, I'm going to have somebody standing on the 30-yard line, wait on those numbers, waiting for that kick.
Yeah.
And like you said, he may kick it to the other side. So we'll line up and we'll see how Glenwood plays this one out.
You're right, though. Number 2 is almost dead on the numbers for them.
Maybe he heard me. Maybe I shouldn't give him the idea. But you see the 30 on the other side's wide open. So let's see what goes. And there's Garrett Hall. He attempts to kick it similar location. Kicks it to the 35. They fair catch it on the 35. And Tuscaloosa will start this one off. First down and 10 on the 35. On their own 35-yard line.
Well, they marked it to the 36. I thought it was
Okay.
at the 35 too, but they did mark it 1 yard. But it was a fair catch, so there was no return. He wasn't taking 17, who caught the ball for them. Elliott Davis did not want to take any chances.
Glenwood lines up defensively to match up with Tuscaloosa. They take the snap. He hands off to, Randy Bell hits him on about 2 yards in. He might have picked up 2 yards before Randy Bell put a stop on him. That was Phil McGruff, number 7, the carrier for Tuscaloosa Academy.
On the carry. Picks up about 4. He's second down and 6. Ball on 4.
It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Tuscaloosa as they come to the line. Alex Johnson still quarterback, number 11. McDuff in the backfield. He hands off to McDuff, who spins, and he's met by number 2, Boyd. Landis stands him up at the line of scrimmage. Gets a little help from the rest of the crowd shortly thereafter. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 6.
3rd down and 6. No gain on play.
Alex Johnson comes in with the play from the sideline, goes under center, takes the snap, and pitches it to McDuff out wide. Looks like it's going, and McDuff is still on his feet, and he's finally brought down around the 33-yard line of the Gators. That's going to be a 1st down for Tuscaloosa. Looks like they're going to mark it on about the 31,
No,
or
36.
36, I'm sorry. Got to learn to count.
He got 24 going wide, and again, that seems to be the sore spot for Glenwood. When they go to that left side, either running or passing, Glenwood doesn't have the speed to stay with there.
Johnson takes the snap, he drops back to pass, and he overthrows his intended receiver down around the goal line. That was number 2, the intended receiver,
That's the guy.
Mays White.
Guy that got the touchdown.
You're correct. He is the one that caught the first touchdown. Looked like very similar play. Johnson goes to the huddle. They break the huddle. Come to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 on the 36-yard line. He hands off to Cameron, and he's caught in the backfield. That is a combination of Mr. Boyd and Mr. Jackson.
Randy Bell. Snellgrove on tackle.
That's going to drop him for a loss for about 8-yard line, 8 yards. So it's going to bring down 3rd down and 18. I would get on number 2 and stick pretty close with him here if I was them, Ron.
Yeah, I think that's fully expected. Whoever it was, I could not tell who that coverage was for Glenwood.
Looks like
on
Crisco.
that. Well, he did a good job on that last one, but I'm thinking they're going to run wide with 7. But
Nope, he rolls out. He's going to try to hit number 2. He does. And it's incomplete. Crisco played that one on the safe side to begin with. Tried to buffer and give him room, keep him from going long, and he actually button hooked on him right at the 1st down mark. Pass was incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 18. Looks like Tuscaloosa is going to choose to punt the ball.
J.P. Sanders. Crisco deep for the Gators.
Trevor Crisco is deep for the Gators. There's the snap. There's the kick. Pretty good kick. Crisco is going to let that one fall. It's going to be down around the 4 or 5 yard line. So the Gators will start their 3rd series of downs on their own 5 yard line. We need to at least move this ball out to midfield and punt it away. if worst case scenario.
Well, that was a great kick by Tuscaloosa. I don't or can't even find 44 on their lineup, but that was an excellent kick to the sideline.
Gators come to the line of scrimmage. Valero takes the calls for the snap. He passes it out. We pick up 5, we pick up 10, and we've got a first down at the 20-yard line. That was Ben Bankston, number 12, the receiver on that play. Ben picked up 15 after the reception, all on his own. Picked up a few good blocks, made a good few moves to the inside. Gets us out of the hole, hands off to Mon. Mon goes around the outside, and he's thrown down after he picks up 1 yard, and it looks like Mon landed on his head, and it looks like we're going to have a injury timeout here. Ron?
That was sort of interesting. Number 8 made a very good tackle and then started clapping over him. A little bit of somewhat of a, really a not very sportsmanlike.
Mon is up. He's taking his helmet off, but he's...
I'm sure they're going to kind of take a look and see how he is. I think they gave him 1 on the play.
Gators picked up about 1 on that one. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. There's a snap. Valero's hit in the backfield. He fights his way back up. He's still going to lose a couple of yards on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 14. Gators need to pick up at least a couple more first downs here. Eat up this, at least the rest of this first quarter. Valero moves his players around. Krebs comes to the left. Crisco goes to the right. He fakes to Lawrence, and he throws out to Crisco. Crisco's right at the first down marker, so let's see where they mark it. Looks like they're going to give it to him. He's going to be short a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down and 1. Let's see where they mark this one. Yeah, he's going to be 4th down and 1, and I don't see a kicker going on the field. It looks like Glenwood's going to go for it here. Less than 1 minute in the first quarter, up 13-7. Valero will be going under center. And he takes a snap, and Valero's going to pick that one up plus a few more. But Valero's helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out at least one play. That is a first down for the Glenwood Gators. Way deep in their own territory. But they will go 1st down and 10 on about the 33-yard line.
And Bryce was none too happy about whoever it was that took his helmet off either.
Bryce Newman will go in for Valero on this play. Bryce is not known to be the runner that Valero is. He takes a high snap, tosses it out, gets rid of it quick, and picks up about 6 yards. That's a good play by Newsom to step in. He throws it out to Hurd out in the flats. Got rid of it quick. Kind of like that, didn't you, Ron?
That was a nice play.
I like that quick release. Valero comes back in. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Glenwood Gators up 13-7 over Tuscaloosa Academy here on homecoming night for the Glenwood Gators. And with that, we're going to commercial break.
Logan Machine Works is one of the best CNC machining plants in the city. They are great with designing custom gates and benches, as they specialize in machining, fabrication, custom metal gates, indoor and outdoor metal art, bridges, licensed collegiate products, and signs. They also do laser metal cutting, precision machining, custom fabrication welding, and so much more. Logan Machine Works will make all your special projects flawless. Located at 35 Downing Drive in Phenix City.
And we're back live here in the swamp, Sammy Howard Field. Glenwood Gators up 13-7 against Tuscaloosa Academy on homecoming night.
And we mentioned during the break that the thing that made the difference as far as Glenwood's offense was that first drive where they didn't rush anything. They took their time. No penalties, which was important, and they stuck it in for a touchdown. And you could see, obviously, the confidence level is much higher, and you can tell that these guys are determined to be in this ball game, and they were definitely underdogs when the game was to start.
You know, Ron, the only mistake I have seen us make tonight is the missed point after attempt on the first touchdown. We had a bad snap. Other than that, we've been pretty mistake-free. Lawrence takes that snap. He comes around the right side where he's met. Looks like he might have picked up one before he started. Maybe two. They're going to mark him somewhere close to the 4-yard line. That will bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Gators. Looks like Coach Gibson's playing 4 downs tonight, though. Don't look like he's planning on punting too much if he can help from doing it. Valero's in takes a snap, and he's going to run that one. He runs it around the left side. He still forms one, but he's brought down around the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up 1 yard. Going to bring up a 4th down and 3. And let's see what Coach Gibson's going to do on this one. It looks like Coach Gibson's planning on going for it again.
Well,
This would be the 3rd time we've gone for it on 4th down.
I'm going to call it a long 2 and make it 4th and 2.
All right, 4th and 2. Valero comes to the line of scrimmage under center. It looks like there is going to be a timeout called by Tuscaloosa Academy. Tuscaloosa's wanting to make sure they're lined up ready for what's fixing to happen. You know, we've talked about it before. Well, don't look like the timeout was called. I'm not sure what that timeout was for, but whistle was blown.
It was.
Glenwood comes back to the line of scrimmage.
That's fine.
Valero under center. And he gets Tuscaloosa to jump off sides.
Oh, my goodness.
That will move it 5 yards. Give Glenwood a 1st down and 10 to go on about the 46, 47.
Maybe they should have gotten the timeout, huh? That's the first penalty of the game, too.
It was. Very first penalty of the game. So Mon is back in the game. As you know, Mon got hurt earlier. Good to see him back in. He's blocking. Valero throws it up for grabs, and it's almost caught and it's almost intercepted. Crisco had a good shot at it. Glenwood would line up 2nd down and 10 on the 46-yard line. No running backs in the backfield with Valero. Valero takes a snap, and he runs into trouble, but he gets rid of the ball, and he throws it out of bounds. He saved about 15-yard sack by getting rid of that ball, Ron.
He certainly did. That's one time when the coach doesn't mind that he threw the ball.
You know, I've seen him do that twice tonight. He's gotten rid of the ball earlier in the season. There were several times he needed to have gotten rid of the ball, and held on to it and lost a few yards. Glad to see him maturing in that area. Valero takes a snap. He hands off to Mon to the right side. Mon runs around, and Mon's going to pick up the first down. They're going to mark him around the 42-yard line, and that will give Glenwood first down on the 42-yard line. That was a nice play, good blocking.
12-yard gain.
Valero takes a snap, he fakes it to Mon, and he throws it to Crisco down the side. No, that's Ben Bankston, and that is a touchdown, Glenwood Gators. I'm not sure what happened, but Ben Bankston froze his defender in his tracks, and Ben Bankston was wide open. Valero almost threw that one sidearm and hit him dead on the numbers. And Glenwood goes up 19-7.
They got so excited they
Over
put
the Tuscaloosa Academy.
and they got the points on the wrong side. They got so excited.
Garrett lines up for the point after attempt. Newsom takes the snap. Garrett's up, and it is good. Glenwood up 20-7. Tuscaloosa Academy here at Homecoming 2018.
Glenwood 20, Tuscaloosa 7.
Glenwood has jumped out here and pulled off a couple of trick plays and has played mistake-free at this moment. That is the key word at this moment. They are mistake-free offensively, and it is showing on the scoreboard, 20-7, Glenwood Gators. We've got 9 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. So glad to have the scoreboard. Have we said that enough tonight?
I don't know. I agree with you though, 100%.
So glad to have the scoreboard tonight. Just under 10 minutes on the scoreboard. Glenwood will be kicking off for the fourth time tonight. I see that they have a receiver right on the 31, 32-yard line. And there goes the squid, and look where he kicks it this time. He kicks it to the other side, and it's received and caught, and Glenwood brings him down about the 40-yard line. And we've got flags going, and we've got a couple of people that looks like going to have an unsportsmanlike penalty call.
Tackle made by Shelbrook. There was a flag on the ball.
I'm hoping it's going to be a flag on both sides.
We'll see what
so
happens.
So that
Well, they're
offsetting penalties.
they're talking about it.
Personal foul against Tuscaloosa, personal foul against Glenwood, offsetting.
Fouls against both teams.
And that is the second flag to come out tonight. But that one doesn't hurt anyone, but it at least
Ball resting on the 40-yard line.
that's really a good no-call call.
That's the penalty's nullified, so the
That's
ball
right.
stays right where it is, and we just continue playing.
That's right. So Tuscaloosa will start on their own 40-yard line, first down and 10. We've still got some more conferring between the referee and the umpire. Looks like they're talking about the clock. There was 9 minutes and 58 seconds on the
Right.
clock, and now we're down to 8 minutes and 50 seconds. I think we lost about a minute
Yeah.
during all that.
It's still 58 seconds. That seems a
That's
bit
okay.
much.
We'll take it. We want to eat this clock up. They come to the line of scrimmage. Johnson takes the ball. He hands off to number 10 around the right side, who's brought down by number 1, Randy Bell.
10 on the
Randy Bell stops him after he picks up about 4 yards on the carry. They're going to mark him at about the 45, so they're going to give him 5 yards on that carry. That was a well-ran, well-blocked play.
That's their young sophomore running back, Houston Evans. He doesn't play a lot, but they say he's extremely quick.
That was his first carry for the night, most definitely. Johnson under center, and he fakes it. He's back to receive. Oh, and he's got sacked. That's going to be number 28. B.J. Snellgrove on the sack. They're going to mark him on about the 37-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 13 for Tuscaloosa Academy. They lost about eight yards off that play, Ron.
That's correct.
Tuscaloosa will come up to the line. Johnson under center, takes a snap, drops back to pass, and it looks like they're setting up a screen. And it was set up well. Glenwood let Glenwood come through, and they fumble the ball but recover it back themselves. Looks like it's going to be marked on about the 46-yard line of Glenwood.
I think they ruled 2 down because 10 recovered it,
They did.
and so they ruled him down.
You're correct, Ron. They ruled him down. Ball popped out probably when he hit the ground. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 on the 46-yard line of the Glenwood Gators. Glenwood had them stopped. They pulled out that little screen play, let Glenwood come through and set them up for it. Number 4 is carrying the ball. He's going to pick up a 1st down with that carry. Still up running. He's down to the 35-yard line. That's going to bring up a 1st down and 10 on the 35 for Tuscaloosa Academy. Got to move the chains for them. A lot of misdirection on Tuscaloosa side.
Well, they've got a lot of quickness, and if they can get those big bodies to make blocks, they can do some damage on the outside. It was really surprising me that they keep going on the inside, and that hasn't really worked for them. But I'm sure Glenwood's glad that they're continuing to do that.
There's the snap. He throws it to number 7 around the left side, and he stopped around the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to.
That's McDuff again.
That is McDuff. Going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 yards. 5.5 yards. So we're going to call it 2nd down and 5 to go on the 30-yard line, just over the 30. McDuff is in the backfield. And he's going to fake to McDuff and hand off to Chambers going around the right side. Chambers going to sweep and weave and bounce through and pick up a 1st down. He's going to be down around the 21-yard lines where they're going to mark him. Going to be a 1st down on the 21-yard line for Tuscaloosa. But the good thing about it is we're constantly eating this clock up, Ron. 5.5 minutes left on the clock. Tuscaloosa comes to the line, 1st down and 10 on Glenwood's 21-yard line. And he hands off to McDuff to the left side. McDuff picks up a yard or 2. Snellgrove was the defensive tackler for Glenwood there. Stops him before McDuff could break loose. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Tuscaloosa. On about the 19-yard line.
I suspect this is going to be 4-down territory for them now.
I would imagine so at this point in the game. Johnson fakes to McDuff, and he hands off to number 10 around the left side, and he's tackled down around the 12-yard line. Randy Bell was the defensive tackler for the Glenwood Gators on that play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for Tuscaloosa. 3rd down and 1. A lot of misdirection plays for Tuscaloosa Academy. They do a lot of faking and hand back off on what we used to call cross bucks. And he's going to hand off to McDuff right up the middle. McDuff goes in the end zone for a touchdown. He's met at the goal line by number 10, Jacob Harper, but not before he can score. So Tuscaloosa puts 6 more points on the board, brings it to 20-13. Gators still up. Tuscaloosa will set up for a point after attempt. Number 22, Drew Scoffenberg for Tuscaloosa Academy to kick this one. There's a snap, there's a kick, and it is good. So Tuscaloosa draws a little closer before the end of this first half. Score 20-14. Glenwood is still up. Homecoming 2018 here in the swamp for the Glenwood Gators.
Extra point is good with 3:55 left till halftime. Review score, Glenwood 20, Tuscaloosa 13.
Don't like Glenwood. Glenwood looks like they've lost their air. Back to receive this kickoff is the number 20, Trevor Crisco. Number 8, Will Height, goes to the middle of the field. If you remember, the last kick was extremely hard directly to Will Height. And it looks like that one's going to be a direct kick. Number 17 for the Gators, Grant Parham.
Grant Parham on the reception.
He knocks the ball down and recovers it there on about the 35-yard line. So Glenwood will start on their own 37-yard line. 1st down and 10 to go on the 37-yard line. Valero is backing as quarterback. He's got Mon back in the backfield with him. There's a snap. Valero sees there's nowhere to go, and he at least gets back to the line of scrimmage with some hard running. So Valero tucks the ball and runs himself when he sees the pocket collapse. He picked up 2 yards, it looked like, on that run.
Yes, it did.
We're going to call it 2nd down and 8 for Glenwood. Not too bad for a play that didn't go the way it needed to go, and we still picked up 2 yards.
And kept the clock running too.
Amen. Just over 3 minutes left on the clock. Valero takes the snap. He hands off to Mon to the right side. Mon breaks 1 tackle. He moves around, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards off that one.
Ball out to the
Mon looked like he got hurt again on that one. And it is going to be a 1st down for Glenwood. They're going to mark it on about the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10 on the 47-yard line.
That was a
Lawrence
big first
Vincent
down.
is back in at running back. He goes out wide.
But
Valero,
that was a big first down.
big
for them.
1st down. That time Valero takes the snap. He's going to fake it and keeps it himself. Runs it down to the 50-yard line. He's going to pick up about 2.5 yards on that one. And as Ron said, and he keeps the clock running. We're down to 2 minutes and 20-some odd seconds. Glenwood on this drive. You know, even if they don't score, if they eat the clock up, it's a win.
It's
for
a win.
Glenwood.
It's exactly
That's a quick
right.
snap, pass out to number 4, and he brought down around. Hurd is brought down around the 45-yard line of Tuscaloosa Academy. That's going to bring up about 3rd down and 2. And I got a good idea what play that we're going to run, Ron. What you think?
Okay.
3rd down and about 2.
3rd and 2. I got money that says Valero keeps this one and runs it himself. And that's exactly what happens, and they push it forward. He gets that one +1. That will bring up a 1st down for the Glenwood Gators on the 42-yard line. And Glenwood takes a timeout. And we're going to go to break on that one.
All right, we're still in the timeout. That was the 3rd timeout called by Glenwood of the half. So they're out of timeouts. But it was a good point we said at the break that with only a minute and a half to go and before halftime, that's really not a bad time, and they have had good use of those timeouts so far.
Glenwood comes to the line of scrimmage. Valero at quarterback has got Vincent Lawrence in the backfield with him. Takes a snap and hands off to Vincent to the left side. Vincent swings it out, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards, maybe 2. Going to mark that one on the 40-yard line. Glenwood's going to line up immediately. No huddle. 2nd down and 8. Valero takes a snap. He fakes it to Vincent. He rolls out to the right. Looks like he's looking for somebody, and he throws it across the middle back to, that's Crisco, number 20. And Crisco makes a move and gets it down to the 17-yard line, maybe the 16-yard line. And we've got a flag on the other side of the field.
Oh, my goodness.
Illegal receiver downfield.
That's too bad.
That is probably our first mistake, offensive mistake tonight. But usually that occurs when your quarterback goes to running. And they thought he was going to tuck it and run, which Valero very much can do. And so I'm sure somebody went downfield to block. That is the unfortunate thing of having a running quarterback sometimes. But I give Valero credit for continuing to look for his receivers as he was pushed out of the pocket on that one. So we got 2nd down, 13 on the 45-yard line. Just under 30 seconds, he fakes it, he drops it, he throws it across the middle to Crisco, who picks up the 1st down. That'll stop the clock for just a second while they move the chains. It's going to be 1st down and 10 on the 32-yard line with 27 seconds left before half. Valero takes the snap, downs it to stop the clock. Not before we lost 4 seconds, though.
Well, that he stopped the clock as quick as he could.
That's right.
He had no timeout, so you do what you have to do.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Gators. Don't see any flags on the field, but I see the referees were conferring about something.
May have been verifying that the time was correct and that the clock, when it's going to start as far as the snap.
All right. 23 seconds. Valero takes the snap. He fakes it, and he's going to be taken down from behind. I believe he may have fumbled the ball in the process. Tuscaloosa may have come up with it, but I don't believe they can. Looks like Glenwood, it's motion. Glenwood does have the ball. 15 seconds left on the clock. Second down, looks like it's going to move it back. We lost about 5 yards on that, 4 or 5 yards on that one.
Lost 4.
He downs that one again, stops the clock with a spike with 9 seconds left on the clock. That's going to leave us time for one play, 4th down, 14 yards to go. Gibson gets all his correct players that he wants in for this play. Sends Mon in. So we got a timeout call for Tuscaloosa Academy.
And this time it is going to count for Tuscaloosa, and it is a timeout. All right.
And we're going to take a break here, commercial break. We'll be back shortly.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Call your State Farm agent, Carol Perdue, in Phenix City today.
And we're back live here at the Sammy Howard football field at Glenwood School, what we call the Swamp. Glenwood's 2018 homecoming game, playing one of the toughest schools in the state at a 6-1 record. But Glenwood has got them on the ropes right now, 20-14, with 9 seconds left in the first half.
And they are definitely in a prevent
Valero
defense.
takes a snap. He's going to tuck it and run. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Glenwood goes into halftime, 20-14, top of Tuscaloosa Academy.
You know, you said just before, even that if they didn't score, this would be a win if they kept the ball out of the hands of Tuscaloosa. And even though they did not get a score off of that, that's exactly what they did, is they kept the ball away from that high-octane offense, and that made a big difference.
Right, and I'd probably say we ate up 3/4 of the clock in that quarter, because Tuscaloosa scored their first touchdown off after 3 plays. They probably didn't use a minute for that one
minute
touchdown.
and a half.
Minute and a half, okay.
And they had one drive, and they wound up punting, and then they had the drive for the touchdown. So they've had the ball a grand total of 3 times, scored 2 touchdowns.
And that's because Glenwood did do the squib kick.
Right. So it was a great half for Glenwood, and we'll be right back after these messages. I guess I don't know if we'll be back or not.
From birth to 107 and beyond, here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today.
As I look back, I realize that time is the most valuable thing. Hospice, it's about understanding, it's about caring, it's about patience, it's about making sure you get the best of this day. Columbus Hospice is about living.
Dan
Dan's Hardware, Highway 80 West, Ladonia is the best stocked hardware store in the area. Georgia and Rocky Boots, the best working boots for men and women with a large selection of styles and sizes. Lay away your go-karts and ATVs today, only 10% down. Sell and Cracks pecans for all your holiday baking needs. Deer corn, 50-pound bags. Apple corn, 40-pound bags. Largest selection of Echo and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers. We service what we sell with a well-stocked parts department. Dan's Hardware, Highway 80 West, Ladonia, locally owned and operated.
Getting better isn't one thing. It doesn't come from a single doctor or treatment. It takes a community of care, a network of professionals talking and sharing and treating together. Now you get the passion and experience of two names committed to your wellness: Columbus Regional Health and Piedmont Healthcare. And we're coming together for a better you. Learn more about Columbus Regional Health becoming Piedmont Columbus Regional at piedmont.org/Columbus.
Catch the first glimpse of the holiday season at Christmas Made in the South, an arts and crafts festival, October 26th through the 28th. See Georgia's most unique selection of contemporary art and traditional crafts from talented artisans from around the country. Meet the craftsmen, listen to their stories, and don't forget your gift list. Discount coupons available at Publix. It only happens once a year, so don't miss all the holiday magic of Christmas Made in the South, October 26th through the 28th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center.
When it comes to sports, a lot of folks around here, well, disagree. But when it comes to keeping our homes comfortable, we can all agree on one team: Hughes Heating and Air Conditioning. They're fast, they're friendly, and they're affordable. They're your authorized Rheem heating and cooling specialist, and that means you can count on them for quality products and professional service. So remember, whatever the season, whatever the reason, call East Alabama's home team for over 20 years. Hughes Heating and Air Conditioning.
Savings this big come with their own theme music. State Farm agent Janice Henderson in Phenix City can help you get all the discounts you deserve with a free discount double check. After all, real savings should fold, not jingle. Get to a better state. Call Janice today.
Need new tires? We've got the tires just for you at Accents New and Used on Highway 80 West. We have over 1,000 tires in stock, all ready to keep your car rolling. We sell tires at wholesale prices to you and your friends. Never pay retail again for Michelin, Cooper, Goodyear, Toyo, Yokohama, Pirelli, and other top name brands. Accents New and Used will beat any competitor's advertised deal on new tires. Stop by Accents New and Used, Highway 80 West, and get your new tires today.
Columbus Fire and Safety is one of the largest fire protection companies in the region. With more than 65 years' experience, Columbus Fire and Safety has earned a reputation of offering quality, professional service, offering residential, commercial, and industrial installations, inspections, repairs, home security, building fire alarms, special hazard fire suppression, kitchen vent hood fire suppression, exit light security, CCTV, and access control systems. Contact our team. We would love to help you find a solution that works for you.
Logan Machine Works is one of the best CNC machining plants in the city. They are great with designing custom gates and benches, as they specialize in machining, fabrication, custom metal gates, indoor and outdoor metal art, bridges, licensed collegiate products, and signs. They also do laser metal cutting, precision machining, custom fabrication welding, and so much more. Logan Machine Works will make all your special projects flawless. Located at 35 Downing Drive in Phenix City.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve with home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Call your State Farm agent, Carol Perdue, in Phenix City today.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal.
First, we would like to welcome the middle school and junior varsity homecoming court to the field. Assisting Mr. Mitchell in crowning the homecoming sweetheart is last year's sweetheart, Miss Macy Phenix. The 6th grade homecoming representative is Miss Jenna Grace Humphrey, escorted by Mr. Trevor Humphrey. Jenna Grace is the daughter of Trevor and Jennifer Humphrey. Jenna Grace is a junior varsity cheerleader. That is your 6th grade representative, Jenna Grace Humphrey. The 7th grade homecoming representative is Miss Anna Grace Griggs, escorted by Mr. Johnny Griggs. Anna Grace is the daughter of Johnny and Amy Griggs. Anna Grace is a member of the junior varsity volleyball, basketball, and softball teams. She is a member of the Junior Bay Club, National Junior Honor Society, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Your 7th grade representative, Anna Grace Griggs. The 8th grade homecoming representative is Miss Katie Jones, escorted by Mr. David Jones. Katie is the daughter of David and Carrie Jones. Katie is on the junior varsity and varsity volleyball teams and the Glenwood tennis team. She is a member of the Junior Bay Club and the National Junior Honor Society. Your 8th grade representative, Katie Jones. The first 9th grade homecoming sweetheart finalist is Miss Maddie Carden, escorted by Mr. Wade Carden. Maddie is the daughter of Brandy Carden and Wade Carden. Maddie is a varsity cheerleader, a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. She is also a member of the National Junior Honor Society and the Bay Club. This is your junior varsity sweetheart finalist, Maddie Carden. Your 2nd 9th grade homecoming sweetheart finalist is Miss Riley Curtis, escorted by Mr. John Curtis. Riley is the daughter of John and Meredith Curtis. Riley is a member of the varsity soccer and track teams, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Student Government Association, and the Chick-fil-A Leadership Academy. She is a member of the Bay Club and the National Junior Honor Society. This is your junior varsity sweetheart finalist, Riley Curtis. The 3rd 9th grade homecoming sweetheart finalist is Miss Reagan Rutledge, escorted by Mr. Brian Rutledge. Reagan is the daughter of Brian and Leslie Rutledge. She is a varsity cheerleader at Glenwood and a member of the Beta Club and the National Junior Honor Society. This is your junior varsity sweetheart finalist, Miss Reagan Rutledge. And now, your 2018 homecoming sweetheart is Miss Riley Curtis. Congratulations, Riley, on being the homecoming sweetheart 2018. Let's give a big hand to everybody involved. And now, we would like to welcome the varsity homecoming court representatives. The 10th grade representative is Miss Madeline Sims, Escorted by Mr. Daniel Sims. Madeline is the daughter of Daniel and Wendy Sims. Madeline is a member of the Beta Club and the Student Government Association. Your 10th grade homecoming representative, Madeline Sims. The 11th grade representative is Miss Taylor McCrary. Taylor is escorted by Mr. Jeffrey McCrary. Taylor is the daughter of Jeffrey and Michelle McCrary. Taylor is a member of the Glenwood Band and Color Guard. She is also a member of the National Art Honor Society. Your 11th grade homecoming representative, Taylor McCrary. The first homecoming queen candidate is Miss Emma Cummings, escorted by Mr. Frank Helen. Ella is the daughter of Wendy and Frank Helen. Ella is a member of the Beta Club, National Art Honor Society, Drama Team, Nu Alpha Theta. She is the president of Student Government Association and vice president of the National Honor Society. She is also a member of the volleyball team and the robotics team. That is your homecoming queen finalist, Miss Ella Cummings. The second homecoming queen candidate is Miss J.C. Griggs, escorted by Jamie Griggs. J.C. is the daughter of Jamie and Missy Griggs. J.C. is a member of the Beta Club, the Student Government Association, and the National Art Honor Society. She is also a member of the basketball and softball teams. Your homecoming queen finalist, Miss J.C. Griggs. The third homecoming queen candidate is Miss Sophie Wilkerson. Escorted by Curtis Wilkerson. Sophie is the daughter of Denise and Curtis Wilkerson. Sophie is the vice president of the Student Government Association, chaplain of the Beta Club, and a leader in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Nu Alpha Theta, the Thespian Society, the National Art Honor Society, and the Drama Club. Sophie is also a member of the volleyball and softball teams. That is your homecoming queen finalist, Miss Sophie Wilkerson. And now, your 2018 homecoming queen is Miss J.C. Griggs. Congratulations, J.C., on being this year's homecoming queen. And let's give everybody in the court a big hand. Congratulations to everyone involved.
From birth to 107 and beyond, here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today. From birth to 107 and beyond, here's why our patients use Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today. From birth to 107 and beyond. Here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today. From birth to 107 and beyond. Here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today. From birth to 107 and beyond. Here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today.
Columbus Fire and Safety is one of the largest fire protection companies in the region. With more than 65 years experience, Columbus Fire and Safety has earned a reputation of offering quality, professional service, offering residential, commercial, and industrial installations, inspections, repairs, home security, building fire alarms, special hazard fire suppression, kitchen vent hood fire suppression, exit light security, CCTV, and access control systems. Contact our team. We would love to help you find a solution that works for you.
Logan Machine Works is one of the best CNC machining plants in the city. They are great with designing custom gates and benches, as they specialize in machining, fabrication, custom metal gates, indoor and outdoor metal art, bridges, licensed collegiate products, and signs. They also do laser metal cutting, precision machining, custom fabrication welding, and so much more. Logan Machine Works will make all your special projects flawless. Located at 35 Downing Drive in Phenix City.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Call your State Farm agent, Carol Perdue, in Phenix City today.
From birth to 107 and beyond. Here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today.
As I look back, I realize that time is the most valuable thing. Hospice, it's about understanding, it's about caring, it's about patience, it's about making sure you get the best of this day. Columbus Hospice is about living.
Dan's Hardware, Highway 80 West, Ladonia is the best stocked hardware store in the area. Georgia and Rocky Boots, the best working boots for men and women with a large selection of styles and sizes. Lay away your go-karts and ATVs today, only 10% down. Sal and Cracks pecans for all your holiday baking needs. Deer corn, 50-pound bags. Apple corn, 40-pound bags. Largest selection of Echo and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers. We service what we sell with a well-stocked parts department. Dan's Hardware, Highway 80 West, Ladonia, locally owned and operated.
Getting better isn't one thing. It doesn't come from a single doctor or treatment. It takes a community of care, a network of professionals talking and sharing and treating together. Now you get the passion and experience of two names committed to your wellness: Columbus Regional Health and Piedmont Healthcare. And we're coming together for a better you. Learn more about Columbus Regional Health becoming Piedmont Columbus Regional at piedmont.org/Columbus.
Catch the first glimpse of the holiday season at Christmas Made in the South, an arts and crafts festival, October 26th through the 28th. See Georgia's most unique selection of contemporary art and traditional crafts from talented artisans from around the country. Meet the craftsmen, listen to their stories, and don't forget your gift list. Discount coupons available at Publix. It only happens once a year, so don't miss all the holiday magic of Christmas Made in the South, October 26th through the 28th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center.
When it comes to sports, a lot of folks around here, well, disagree. But when it comes to keeping our homes comfortable, we can all agree on one team: Hughes Heating and Air Conditioning. They're fast, they're friendly, and they're affordable. They're your authorized rain heating and cooling specialist, and that means you can count on them for quality products and professional service. So remember, whatever
one
the
important
season,
thing
whatever
is
the
that
reason, call
Bryce
East Alabama's
Valero
home team for
has
over
11
20
rushes
years.
for 34
Hughes
yards
Heating
and a
and Air
touchdown.
Conditioning.
But the key is also in passing, he is 8 of 14 for 137. All right, Bryce Valero had a great game passing the ball. He is 8 of 14 for 137 yards and a touchdown. That is his best game passing, and we're only at halftime. We'll give you some more stats later on. It looks like they're getting ready for the second half kickoff, so I'm going to turn it over to our play-by-play.
All right, Tuscaloosa kick off from this second half. Glenwood is up 20 to 14, starting the second half. Glenwood has kind of brought on a surprise to Tuscaloosa Academy. This was not an expected situation, but here goes the kickoff, and it's a squibble, and it's called, it's picked up, and it's run, and he's going to get it to about the 40-yard line before he's met with the wall of Tuscaloosa Academy. You know, they are quick, Ron. You said that earlier about how quick they are. They got from the 35 to the 40-yard line in extremely quick amount of time. So
that looked like it was going to be a much better return than 8 yards. But
it did.
But that's all right. They're at the 40, so let's see what happens.
So Glenwood will start first down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Valero in the backfield with Mon in the running back.
I don't know if you've noticed, but suddenly the field is a little bit darker. I think the top line of lights went out.
And Mon takes it around the left side, picks up about 3 yards.
We hope everyone at home has got a good picture. We'll certainly continue with the play-by-play, but it is a little bit darker than it normally is. There is a line of lights that is out.
Second down and 8. Valero takes the snap. He fakes it to Mon. He's in a rush, but he gets the ball off to Crisco. Crisco turns and runs it back to the middle of the field. Picks up 5 more yards after that. They're going to mark him down around the 40-yard line, close to the 41-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10 Glenwood, and they're on a march again, Ron.
Wasn't that a nice-looking pass, too?
Beautiful pass.
16 yards total.
Receiver got into an open position, and he got it to him. There's a fake to Mon and a pass. There's Crisco, and Crisco is, no, that's Ben Bankston. And Ben fumbles the ball, but he gets it back down on the 5-yard line, but they're going to mark him on about the 8-yard line. So Ben Bankston catches the pass. He runs it down, and they strip the ball from him from behind as he's tackling him. But they mark him down on the 8-yard line, but he recovers his own fumble. That's hustling. It's going to be 1st and goal to go on the 8-yard line. He's going to hand off to Munn. Munn goes to he steps in and steps back out, and that's a touchdown for Glenwood Gators. Glenwood just scored on 4 plays. I'm sorry. Thank you, Ron. 4 plays, and they're already on the board again. 26-14. Garrett to come in for the extra point.
You certainly was surprised. Maybe the lights need to go out more often because that was an impressive looking drive.
I think they have got Tuscaloosa. And the kick's up, and the kick is good. Garrett Hall kicks it in for the point after, makes it 27-14. Glenwood Gators here at the 2018 homecoming game. You know, Ron, when I was in high school, my senior year, I remember we had 5 homecoming games. But one of them ours. We were selected to play at other homecomings, and we actually upset 4 homecoming games. But it is a good thing when you have an opportunity to win your own homecoming game. And I believe Glenwood here, it was believed, I'm going to be honest, Ron, it was not thought that Glenwood would have a snowball's chance of winning this game tonight. Talking to just other people who've watched the games this year, knowing that Tuscaloosa's got a 6-1 record before coming in tonight, didn't give Glenwood Gators much of a chance to win this homecoming game. And I believe they have proved a lot of us wrong, me, myself included in that group.
Well, I think Coach Gibson has got his players ready to play, and you cannot ask for any more.
There's another kick and a squib, and he catches it around the 32, and they tackle him on the 32. That was a gutsy catch there by number 16. Caught that one over his shoulder.
Yeah, that's Carson Woods. He's one of the younger running backs. He plays on the kickoffs, but he made a good catch on that. But I was surprised he didn't try to, he got a yard loss. So it really was surprising he tried to advance it rather than just downing it.
Tuscaloosa start 1st down and 10 on their own 31-yard line. We've got a handoff to McDuff up the middle. He's brought down after he picks up about 3 yards. See where they mark him. Actually, looks like they don't give him but 2. So they're going to mark him on the 33, give him 2 yards. We'll make it 2nd down and 8.
He was their leading rusher in the game. With those 2 long runs and the touchdown he scored, he had 77 yards in the first half. So I'm sure that Glenwood realizes they need to concentrate a little more on 7 and maybe not as much on Cameron Chambers, who was not been all that effective.
And we're going to hand off to number 10. You said that was a freshman, Evans, who comes around the left side. Quick, and there goes a flag. That's going to back that one up about 10 yards. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Houston Evans, now he has, how many yards have you got for him tonight, Ron?
Well, now he only had a couple of runs, but he averaged 6 yards a carry.
Okay.
And he got 16 on that, but I think they're going to.
What they got him for was he spiked the ball after he got up. He spiked the ball down at the 50-yard line.
So he gained 16, and it looks like they may go back 15.
That's right.
If that's the case, if it's after that, if I'm not mistaken, and you can certainly correct me, it is dead ball bow. So he gets the 1st down,
That's
but
correct.
The ball goes back 15 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from I guess wherever.
They will move the chains, but they won't move them but a couple of feet, and they'll start over 1st down and 10. Looks like it'll probably be on about the 35-yard line, somewhere around the 35-yard line. mark it on the 34-yard line. First down and 10 on the 34-yard line. So they got a first down, but they didn't get any yardage off of it.
Number 10, that Evans kid played a lot in the game against
And that's
Lee
handoff
Scott.
to McDuff up the middle, and he's game tackled. Looked like he was hit by number 28, Snellgrove first, assisted by a couple of other Gators. Looked like Tater was in on that tackle. They're going to mark it down around the 41-yard line. Brings up second down and 4.
The key here is for the defense to hold them so that they can get the ball back. I think that would be a big.
Takes a snap. He hands off to Camp around the right side. He's going to scamper a little bit, but they're going to bring him down after he picks up about a yard or two. It's going to bring up third down and short. It's going to be about a yard, maybe a long yard or two. So third down and a long yard. Hands off to McDuff up the middle, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's number 1, Randy Bell. Randy Bell comes up with a big tackle right there. That drops him for a loss. He loses about 2-3 yards on that play. Puts the ball down on the 41, so it's going to be 4th down and 4 on the 41-yard line. Might be 3, 4th down and a long 3.
I agree with you. Looks like they're going for it.
They're going to go for it here. Let's see what they come up with. And they do what the Gators did. They drew the Gators off, give them a free first down. Hard to bridle that enthusiasm sometimes. They'll move the ball to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Tuscaloosa on the 46-yard line. Hands McDuff to the right, and he's brought down again in the backfield. That's height that brings him down, drops him for about a 2-yard loss. Number 8, Will Height, once again on the play. Going to bring up second down and 12 yards. Tuscaloosa. Ball's marked on their own 44-yard line. Takes a snap, he throws a pass, it's high, oh, and it's almost picked off. He threw it almost directly in the hands of Carter Cummins. As they always say, bad spot to hit him. That was nowhere near the receiver. That was dead in Carter's hands. Carter anticipated it and stepped inside. It's going to bring up third down and 12. Johnson under center, takes a snap, he rolls out to the left, looking to throw, and I believe Carter Cummins has got beat on that one, and that's going to be a touchdown, number 2.
That's Mays.
That is Mays White again. He is the one that caught the first touchdown of the game for Tuscaloosa. I think Carter misjudged that ball. And it was a good pass, and it was good for 6 points for Tuscaloosa. That makes the score 27-20. Tuscaloosa lines up for the point after attempt. There's a snap, there's a kick, and it is good. That makes the score 27-21. Glenwood Gators. Third quarter, 6 minutes, 39 seconds left on the clock. And the Gators should get the ball here again in the third quarter. We've already scored once. See Coach Gibson talking to Carter Cummins there after that play. I'm sure it didn't look like he was getting on him. It looked like he was encouraging him to, hey, let it go. It's over with. We get it next time.
Well, I think he's disappointed because he just had a near interception, and then the very next play, the guy throws a touchdown. So, and that's tough.
Tuscaloosa will kick off, and it goes about 6 yards. And they try to scribble kick, onside kick, and it goes about 6 yards. And Glenwood will start on Tuscaloosa's own 46-yard line. That one didn't go so well for Tuscaloosa.
That may be about the poorest onside kick I've ever seen.
It most definitely will rank up there, Ron. So Gators start on the 46-yard line of Tuscaloosa, first down and 10. And let's see what the Gators have still got in the gas tank here. We have seen a lot of good play by the Gators so far tonight. Very minimal errors. Let's hope we can keep it that way. Hands off to Lawrence Vincent around the left side. Vincent picks up about 8 yards on that carry. Looks like they're going to mark him down around the 33-yard line, 32 and a half. He keeps moving. Now he steps back. We're going to call it a long 1 yard. He picked up about 9 yards on that carry, Ron.
Yeah, it's on the 37, not the 32. It's 5
I'm
yards.
sorry. I did it again. And there's a handoff. Valero runs into the running back, knocks him down, and he is dropped for a loss, about a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Little miscommunication. Somebody went the wrong way. And that's probably one of the first errors I've seen on the offensive team tonight. Be third down and a long 4. Be on the 40-yard line. Crisco goes in motion. He sets. It's a fake to Vincent. There's a pass across the middle to Krebs, who catches it. But there is a flag on the play, folks. Krebs comes down with a great catch across the middle, around the 31-yard line. See what the call is here.
I honestly didn't see anything. I was so busy watching to see if he caught the ball.
Come from the other side.
He said an illegal touch. I think it was an illegal formation. Maybe that's what it is? Loss of down. Well, that's unfortunate.
Third down.
If it's a loss of down, it's going to be 4th.
Fourth down and 4.
Do we
Gators
get
lose a down on that play.
Well, I guess they're not giving them. That's odd. There's no yardage. Well, it's a penalty for no yards and loss of down. That's what we're going to go with. Never heard of it, but that's what we got.
Valero takes a snap. He throws a pass out to Lawrence, throws it over Lawrence's head out of bounds. Tuscaloosa will take over on their own 40-yard line. First down and 10. Unfortunately, we had 2 back-to-back mistakes, and that cost us. We had a first down that was brought back in that series because of that next to last play for the Gators. Got to stay away from those mistakes, Ron.
Yeah, you can't beat a 6-1 team making mistakes.
Nope, you can't. Let's see if the Gators can hold them here. Tuscaloosa will start on their own 40-yard line. He hands off to Campbell. Swaps to Cameron, goes to the right, and he breaks it loose, and I don't believe they're going to catch him.
I don't either.
And that's one play, one touchdown. That will tie the game up 27-all before the extra point attempt.
That's what he's known for. He's the game breaker. He hadn't done much this game. Actually, it's been McDuff that's done the yeoman's work. But that's what Chambers can do, is he can bust it.
Well, he busted that one for sure. Ties the ball game up 27-27. Tuscaloosa will attempt the extra point here. Snaps down, kicks up, and it is good. Score is now 28-27. Tuscaloosa is back on top. They started this game out on top after 3 plays. Glenwood scored the very first drive. Immediately scored again the next time they got the ball. Took the lead at 13 and had been on top ever since. And come out this second half, and we had an interception. We missed it, and then we let them score a touchdown, turn around and give them the ball on their 40, and they score with 1 play. So Glenwood is lined up to receive the kick. Trevor Crisco and Mon back to receive. Lawrence on the far side. Last time Tuscaloosa kicked off, they attempted an onside kick. Went about 6 yards. We will see what they attempt this time.
I suspect not an onside kick, but you know, you never know.
And there's the kick. He kicks it as deep. Trevor Crisco receives it on about the 25 and breaks it up to about the 40. Looks like they brought him down about the 42-yard line where they're going to mark him. Maybe the 43. So he picked up about 25, 27 yards off that return.
Correct.
Put us in a good position. Gators start off on their own 43-yard line. Good position to start. Hadn't been real deep but once tonight. Snap, he hands off to Mon. Mon breaks it. He breaks it up the middle. And he's got 3 in his way, and he's going to step around. He runs over, and he's finally brought down on the 24-yard line of Tuscaloosa Academy. So just that quick, Glenwood once again is moving the ball.
Hold on, it's a flag on the play. It looks like it's against Tuscaloosa. Oh, it was a sideline.
Sideline. I was going to say, I don't even see a flag. I see it way over there.
Yeah.
So they called a sideline warning on Tuscaloosa Academy. But that will be a first down for the Gators.
A nice 33-yard pickup by Mons.
They'll start here, first down and 10 on the 24-yard line. And there was a penalty there. They're marking it off. Looks like it's going to be 10.
Well, there's some kind of penalty, that's for sure.
That's going to move us down first down on the 12-yard line. Gators will have the ball on the 12-yard line. There's a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be illegal motion on Gators.
Oh. You know, we were just
illegal
talking about
procedure.
Yeah. We were just talking about not a lot of penalties, and all of a sudden we got a ton.
Looks like number 74 for the Gators, Wade Henderson, is one with the guilty hands in the air. Didn't understand what he did, but I'm sure that's who they called it on. So Glenwood will have it first down, 15 yards to go. On about the 17-yard line. There's a snap. He hands off to Mon up the middle. Mon picks up about, carries it down to about the 15-yard line. Picks up a couple of yards. It's still going to be second down and about 13.
Crisco's in a slot, and the guy's kind of halfway not paying attention to him. Oh, he's gotten up to him now.
He heard you, Ron.
I think he did.
There's a snap, and there's a quick throw, and it's picked off. Just the man you was talking about, Ron, made that pick. They attempted to throw it to Crisco over the middle. Number 2 caught it. We got some flags on the play. The Gators finally bring him down around the 42-yard line, but there's some flags back around the 30-yard line. That was he was intended to go to Trevor Crisco across the middle, and number 2, Mays White, stepped in front, picked that one off. Not going to say it was a bad pass. It was actually really on target. Might have been behind just a little bit, but I think Mays made a good move on the ball to catch it. They're going to move the ball back to the 20-yard line after that penalty. And it will be first down and 10 for Tuscaloosa on their own 20-yard line. Might be their 21-yard line. There's a snap, and a handoff, and a fake, and a reverse. And Evans finally winds up with the ball. And he gets it across the 25 to about the 26 before they bring him down. It's going to bring up second down and 5. A lot of misdirection attempt on that play. Had a couple of fakes, a couple of handoffs. Tuscaloosa comes to the line, second down and 5. They're going to hand off to Evans around the right side again, and he's going to pick up the first down, and he's finally rode down around the 39-yard line by number 8, Will Height. Tuscaloosa will continue this drive on the 39-yard line with a first down and 10 to Johnson comes in with the play, break the huddle, and Tuscaloosa comes to the line of scrimmage with about 2.5 minutes left on the clock in the third quarter. Johnson takes the snap and he hands off to McDuff. We're going to have a face mask call on that one.
That's unfortunate because he had him bottled up, and I think you're absolutely right. It was an inadvertent face mask, but I think that's what's going to happen.
I think it's going to be 15 because he held on. That's going to be a first down for the Tuscaloosa. Oh, they call it inadvertent. Good call, Ron. Called it inadvertent 5 yards. They're going to mark it down on the 41. So what should have been about a 4 or 5 yard loss wind up being a 2-yard gain for Tuscaloosa.
Exactly.
So it'll be first down and 8 for Tuscaloosa now.
Whistle, they called it.
And they're going to hand off to Campbell around the right.
Cameron Chambers again.
There goes Chambers. He's broke loose. Looks like we're going to knock him out of bounds somewhere down around the 15-yard line.
think on the 14-yard line is where it's.
All right. First down and 10 on the 14-yard line. They get the chain set. Even before there's a fumble on the snap. Johnson falls on it. May have lost a yard on that one. Gonna bring up second down and 11. We'll take all we can get right now, Ron.
I tell you, they held Chambers to 13 yards in the first half. It was really McDuff who was getting the yardage and also got the touchdown, the running touchdown that
That's
they had.
right.
But Chambers has hit 2 big runs against.
There's McDuff up the
that's
middle,
guy.
and there's touchdown. McDuff. McDuff scuffles in from about the 16-yard line for about a 16-yard touchdown. Tuscaloosa goes up another 6 points. 34-27. Tuscaloosa will attempt point after. As bad as we hate to say it, it looks like Glenwood's gas is running out. They're starting to make a few errors, and those errors have cost them every single time. There's the kick, it's up and it's good. Tuscaloosa goes up 35-27 on Glenwood. There is a minute, 12 seconds left in the third quarter, and Glenwood will receive the kickoff again. Looks like the momentum has completely shifted on us here, Ron. Air's come out of our sail right now. We need a big play here so that try to get the boys excited and motivated again.
Well, Mays White made a big-time interception, and he's already caught 2 touchdowns, but they were knocking on the door to get that, to take the lead when he stepped in front of Crisco, and that was a big play.
There's a kick. Line drive, it goes to Crisco, picks it up. He's trying to pick it up. And he doesn't pick it up before his coverage. They're going to start out on their 20-yard line. That's about as far back as we've started on the kickoff. We did start on the 5 off of a punt earlier in the game, but this is about as deep in our own territory as we've been during this whole game. Glenwood could easily score here, tie this game up, or get it back close. Only down by 6, 7. There's a handoff. Crisco stops. They knock him out about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27. He's going to pick up about 7 on that one. It's going to be second down and 3.
Oh, they put him back on the 26, huh?
They did put him on the 26. Second down, long 3, short 4. Valero takes the snap. Quick pass out. Damon. There we go to
Hurd.
Hurd. I'm sorry. You're right. Number 4, Mason Hurd. That's going to pick up a first down for the Gators. We'll take those all night long, Ron.
Oh, absolutely.
First down, 10 to go on the 31.
They don't have to score in one play. What they have to do is score.
Good point. Excellent point. Valero's going to keep this one himself. He's going to run up the middle. He'll get the first down before they finally bring him down around the 49-yard line. That was an intended quarterback run there. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. Glenwood 27, Tuscaloosa 35. And we will go to a commercial break and be back with you shortly.
Columbus Fire and Safety is one of the largest fire protection companies in the region. With more than 65 years' experience, Columbus Fire and Safety has earned a reputation of offering quality, professional service, offering residential, commercial, and industrial installations, inspections, repairs, home security, building fire alarms, special hazard fire suppression, kitchen vent hood fire suppression, exit light security, CCTV, and access control systems. Contact our team. We would love to help you find a solution that works for you.
Logan Machine Works is one of the best CNC machining plants in the city. They are great with designing custom gates and benches, as they specialize in machining, fabrication, custom metal gates, indoor and outdoor metal art, bridges, licensed collegiate products, and signs. They also do laser metal cutting, precision machining, custom fabrication welding, and so much more. Logan Machine Works will make all your special projects flawless. Located at 35 Downing Drive in Phenix City.
And we're back live with you here. Glenwood Gators on a drive at midfield. First down and 10 on their own 49-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter. Score is 35-27. Gators only down 8 points. Valero back to pass. He throws a screen across the middle, and it's an incomplete pass to Trevor Crisco. Tried to set up a screen. Looked like it got interrupted.
Well, he threw it a little bit behind. Crisco was coming this toward us, toward the press box, and he kind of threw it a little bit behind him.
You know, Brian, you and I were talking earlier, and we never would have given the Gators a chance to be in the ball game at this point. And they have surprised us all and doing a great job. And there goes Mon around the right side. I'm not sure if he stepped out before. There's a flag on the field. Not sure what that call is going to be.
I have no idea.
Looks like they're going to call it on Henderson, number 74. It looks like they're calling it against Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see where Henderson did anything. It looks like, I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll take it.
I believe what happened is one of the defensive linemen that Henderson was trying to block actually tackled Henderson. And so
Yeah, they're going back to the line of scrimmage. So Mons doesn't get a tackle or a play, an offensive play, but you get the penalty, which will give them the first down, which that's what they want.
We'll take first down all day long. First down on the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Gators are still on a drive. As you said earlier, we were driving last time, had an interception on us. Let's hope we don't have that again here, but we've got a handoff to Mon around the left side. He's gonna break loose. He should have been tackled twice in the backfield, but I believe he gets out to about the 32, 33-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him about 4 yards, be 2nd down and 6 to go. Munn did a great job of breaking a couple of tackles to even pick up those 4 yards. Vincent in the backfield takes a fake, and Valero tucks it and runs it himself. He still got it, makes a spin, and he's going to have a first down, but they're going to bring him down around the 20-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about the 21, and it'll be 1st down and 10. Glenwood Gators on the 21-yard line. And the Gators, once again, still driving this ball. Ron and I were talking earlier during break and tried to get Ron to bet that when the Gators score on this touchdown that Coach Gibson goes for 2, but he wouldn't take the bet with me. So let's see if we can score first. There goes Crisco. Crisco is brought down from behind around the 22, 23, about the 17-yard line.
Nice 4-yard gain, though.
But we'll take the 4 yards. Look like it's a long 4 yards. We're going to be 2nd down and about 6. Lawrence in the backfield with Valero. This is a call quarterback keeper here. Valero ducked his shoulder, picked up all he could pick up. I'm not sure he got very much, if he got anything back to the line of scrimmage.
I think they are going to give him maybe, might get one. I don't know. They're not one.
Yeah, one. We'll call it one. 2/3 of a yard. So it'll be third down and a true 5 yards right here. Be on about the 16-yard line for the Gators. And this is unusual backfield formation. First time I've seen them line up 2 running backs in the backfield. There's a snap, and he pitches it out to Lawrence, who goes to the left side, and he's knocked out around the 16-yard line. Not sure he picked up anything.
It didn't look like it.
It looks like Glenwood is going to set up for a field goal attempt here, Ron. Garrett Hall comes in, number 64, the field goal kicker.
All right, looks like they're going to set it down at the 23, so it's a 33-yard attempt.
Snap, and the kick. It's good! And the Gators draw within 3 more points. That makes it 35-30. The Gators are down by 5 now, but you know, we killed clock and we scored points. Kill clock, score points. 2 good wins for the Gators on that drive. Hopefully get a little momentum back, and got a good feeling that I bet we try a little squib kick again. We have not I know Garrett can kick it deep to the kickers. I've seen him kick it this year deep, but he has kept the ball out of the hands of the receivers for Tuscaloosa tonight. And that was a 33-yard?
33-yard field goal.
Garrett Hall is a 10th grader. He's sophomore this year. He's replacing, Glenwood had a very good kicker the last several years in Camacho. You could just about take Camacho to the bank, and I tell you, Garrett Hall's done a good job this year as a sophomore, stepping up and performing well when called upon also. So good job, and here goes the kick, and we get a squib to the 30 and a fair catch by Tuscaloosa at the 30-yard line. And that was Mays White that fair catch that one. That kind of surprises me because he has been dangerous tonight. He has hurt us a couple of times on some passes and an interception. So Tuscaloosa will start off on their own 30-yard line, first down and 10. Score is 35-30 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Johnson takes a snap. He hands off to Evans around the left side. Evans is slowed up, and he's finally brought down by number 1, Randy Bell, after picking up about 4 yards. That's going to be 2nd down and 6.
I thought he was going to get him at the line of scrimmage, but he went through that first tackle attempt, but at least slowed him down enough that he didn't get bust loose.
He is very quick. You got to get him when you can, for sure. All right, we hand off. Here comes number
Chambers.
4, number Chambers, coming around, and he jumps to try to avoid the tackle, but he's brought down about the 33-yard line. I'm sorry, about the 38-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. It's going to be Boyd that makes the tackle on that one with a couple of other Gators. Johnson comes in with the play. Tuscaloosa come to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 2 on their own 38-yard line.
I'd expect McDuff
And
to get
he
it.
hands off McDuff, who is stopped in the backfield by a host of Gators, but led by number 1, Randy Bell.
Obviously, the Glenwood defense read the same thing I did. He ran for 2 touchdowns doing that, so they decided they're not going to let him get loose that time.
They'll drop him for a couple-yard loss. That'll be ball set on the 36-yard line. 4th down and 4. We'll call it a long 4, almost 5, but I believe Tuscaloosa is going to try to get a offsides. That's exactly what they're doing. They couldn't get it. Glenwood played smart that time. They bring in the kicker. Crisco goes back to receive the punt. Tuscaloosa punts. Decent punt. Crisco fair catches it on about the 28-yard line. And Glenwood will start their next drive on their own 27-yard line. 1st down and 10, down by 5 points with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left on the clock. Now, back to our original conversation of the first drive. We need a methodical clock-eating drive right here, Ron. A methodical clock-eating drive. We need to eat up about 4 or 5 minutes and score 7 points here. Crisco in motion, takes the handoff, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8. Brought down around the 35-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, 7.
2nd and 3 for the Gators. We'll take 7 yards all night long. There's a snap. Valero's going to keep this one himself. He's going to pick up the 1st down. They're going to mark him down around the 40-yard line, and we're going to have 1st down and 10 on the 40-yard line as the Glenwood continues this drive. They get the chain set. Valero takes the snap, and he's going to fake it, and he breaks a tackle, but he don't get back to the line of scrimmage. Good effort by Valero to try to get loose from that original tackle. Number 77 got in the backfield pretty quick that time and hit Valero as soon as he faked the handoff.
That was Seth Fuller for them, and he did. He made an excellent play for Tuscaloosa, unfortunately for Glenwood. But
2nd down and 14 for Glenwood. Let's see what we come out of the playbook with this time. We're going to fake a handoff, and we're going to pass to number 20. Yes, that is Crisco across the middle. Going to catch it on about the 45 where they bring him down for a 1st down, Glenwood Gators. Still moving this ball. 4 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock. Glenwood's got plenty of time, but I hope they can score and not leave any time, Ron. There's a handoff to Munn. He's going to be met in the backfield, and he's finally brought down on about,
I think he lost.
Looks like he lost one on about the 46-yard line.
They went to the short side. The linebacker stayed home there. That's unfortunate.
Valero in the backfield by himself. There's a snap. There's a pass. Krebs, looks like Krebs, and that's going to be a face mask. How do you not call that one? He's tackled him by the face mask, but he don't get it.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry we don't have instant replay to show you guys, but y'all can watch the film later to see. That's going to be 3rd down and 4 to go. Valero rolls out, and he rolls back, and he's going to throw the ball out of bounds. Almost didn't get it out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 3 or 4 to go. for Glenwood. We have not punted all night, have we? We have.
Don't think so.
We have went for it on 4th down every time. We have missed it once, turned it over on downs one time early here in the, I believe it was the 3rd quarter. It was 3rd quarter. So 4th down and 4 here. Valero in the backfield by himself.
That was. I'm still stunned.
Man, we're going to call timeout. And with that timeout, we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be back with you here shortly.
How?
And we're back live with you here at the Swamp. Glenwood is 4th down and 4 to go. Driving the ball, they have it on their own 39-yard line. This is probably the biggest play of the game, Ron.
Well, it is for Glenwood, there's no doubt. With 3:28 to play, they need the first down. They don't have to score a touchdown now, but they need the first down and give this offense some life. And if they get the first down on this play, it could be a very, very interesting finish.
All right, so Glenwood will come to the line of scrimmage, 4th down and 4 to go. Valero back to receive the snap with Lawrence. He fakes it to Lawrence and he passes it to Crisco, wide open in the middle for a first down again. That is down to the 27, 28-yard line, 27-yard line. Be first down for the Gators. First down and 10, another set of downs for the Gators and some more time off the clock. Valero takes the snap, he fakes it to Crisco, and he runs it back up the middle to pick up about 5 or 6 before they finally bring him down around the 24-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 24. So it's got 3 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. 2 minutes and 40 some odd seconds left in the game here. Glenwood driving. Down by 5. There's a snap. Valero's going to tuck this one and run. He makes a spin move and he's down to about the 13-yard line on that run. That's going to be another first down for Glenwood. Glenwood down on the 13-yard line, first down and 10 to go. 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. Mon is in the backfield with Valero. Crisco in motion. He hands off to Crisco. Crisco's going to pick up 1, maybe 2 before he's brought down. Looks like it's going to be the 12-yard line. I think they give him 1 yard run.
Looks like you're right.
Crisco has had a few yards running tonight, but he has had tremendous success across the middle pass receptions. Ron?
I know. He's had 3 in this half, and he had 2 in the second half. So he's caught 5 balls as well as the running. So
big plays, too.
Big, absolutely.
Valero takes the snap, and he is going to be brought down around the 14, 15-yard line.
Good.
Looks like we're going to... Number 6 is Trey Maiden of Tuscaloosa Academy. He's actually the one that made the stop.
He got a little excited about that and wound up cramping.
And he's going to have to go off for a play. Looks like he injured somehow. cramping, hurting, or something, but brought Valero down kind of hard. Didn't know if maybe he hurt himself bringing Valero down. He's a big boy to bring down.
He started doing some stomping or something, and the next thing you know, he was cramping. Well,
all right, so we got third down. We lost a couple of yards on that one. Third down and 12 to go. Ball is on about the 15-yard line.
letting the clock run.
The clock is running down.
Call timeout.
Tuscaloosa has called timeout with 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to go to commercial break, be back short.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Call your State Farm agent, Carol Perdue, in Phenix City today.
All right.
All right, we're back live. Ron, what you think here?
Well, it's a 3rd and 12. It's big. There's only 1 minute 12 left. I agree with you. They have to burn time. They've got 2 timeouts, though. So, and 2 plays. They don't have to get it all in one. Of course, that would be the best. But the thing is, they're definitely going to go for it on 4th down. They just need to get it as close as they can.
Glenwood's been able to move the ball all night long. If they can just pick up this last 15, 20 yards, and we got a pass across the middle, and it's to Ben Bankston for a touchdown! Valero throws a strike across the middle in the end zone to Ben Bankston, number 12. Glenwood goes up 36-35.
You got to call the time. You got to stop the time.
Glenwood is up 36-35, fixing to kick the point after attempt, and we've got the referees trying to deal with the clock.
I think the clock ran. Yeah.
So they're going to reset the clock to 1 minute and 12 seconds is what the referees are calling for. 1 minute, 12 seconds left on the clock. And Glenwood is going for, looks like they're setting up to go for 2. Looks like I said last time, but we wound up having to kick a field goal, that we would go for 2. I believe their field goal kicker is pretty accurate. Looked like he had a pretty strong leg, so Coach Gibson's going to make sure that if anything, all they can do is tie with a field goal, hopefully. So we setting up extra for the 2-point conversion here. And let's see what call Coach Gibson gives them here. Valero takes a snap, he hands off, and we're up the middle, and we're in the end zone for 2 points. That makes the game 38-35 Glenwood. Here at their own homecoming 2018, never given a chance to win this game against a 6-1 Tuscaloosa, and they have the game in their own hands right now with 38-35 with 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock. Now, Ron, what do you think? Will Glenwood kick it deep, or will they give it to them on the 30 where they've been kicking it all night long?
It's a good question, and I can't answer that.
That's going to be interesting to see if we kick it deep to try to pin them back, or if we're going to give it to them on the 30, as we've been so willing to do all night long. If we kick it deep, I guarantee you they're not expecting it deep. We haven't kicked it past the 30-yard line all night long, and that was on purpose intentionally, and it's paid off for us.
Well, let's see what happens.
Tuscaloosa's got some good receivers back.
Mays White's sitting on the 30 again, and
Cameron Chambers is back to receive, and we're going to squid kick it over, and it goes out of bounds. Tuscaloosa's going to get it, but it's going to be on the 30-yard line, but the ball went out of bounds, and there is a flag down, but I believe that Tuscaloosa touched it before it went out of bounds. I mean, it went through a couple of different players' hands before it went out of bounds, and they were afraid to let that one set. They are going to call penalty on Glenwood.
because no one actually had the ball.
They call an offsides penalty, and they're going to have Glenwood re-kick the ball.
Well, that's interesting.
Ron, it's weird that we have gone through a 2-point conversion and a kickoff, and the clock has not started.
Well, the kickoff has to be, I think, touched, and since they are saying that no one had possession, that the clock didn't go. The 2-point, it won't run during the 2-point.
That's right. So it is on the 35. Glenwood will kick off on the 35. And we're going to kick this one deep. And that is Mays White that catches it, brings it up the middle, and he's brought down by number 17 of the Gators, Grant Parham, around the 42-yard line. And number 2, White, is limping off the field, Ron. See him limping off the field?
Yes, he is. Well, that's kind of a...
Quarterback Johnson is trying to talk to him as he's going off the field.
And he's really favoring that ankle. So.
That was his best receiver, and he's laying down on the sideline over there. That may have been a gift right there for the Gators. Tuscaloosa on the 41, 1st and 10. He rolls out, and he's sacked! Who is that? Yes, that's number 8, Will Height, that comes in and sacks a quarterback on the 30-yard line. That's going to make it sack it down in a long 20 yards probably. Close to 18, 20. Yeah, sack it down in 20.
31.
All right, they're going to spot it around the 31-yard line.
He still lost 11, so it's 2nd and 21.
What? 50 seconds left on the clock, Ron.
I think they will call a timeout. Did they call a timeout?
Nobody called a timeout. Not sure why the clock. So they're resetting the clock to 57 seconds. That play used up 15 seconds is what they're saying. So they reset the clock to 57 seconds.
And they did call a timeout.
Somebody has called a timeout. Not sure who they charged it to.
Tuscaloosa.
And it is 57 seconds left on the clock. Glenwood Gators 38-35 in their 2018 homecoming game. Glenwood has struggled all year long. They have let a couple of games slip through their hands early in the season. Coughing a win from last week at Kingwood. Had a good game. I believe you was talking about Valero threw a touchdown, run for a touchdown, and caught a touchdown. I guess you would call that the cycle, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Baseball, if you kind of do something, you get a cycle. So in football, we'll say he went for the cycle last week on the touchdowns. And he has done a tremendous job. This is the best game I've ever seen Valero play, in my honest opinion. So here we are, 38-35, 57 seconds left on the clock. Glenwood's getting lined up. I see that their receiver has come back out on the field. There's the pass, and we pick it off! Yes, we pick it off! Glenwood has intercepted the ball. Trevor Crisco has intercepted the ball. We've got flags coming everywhere. We're going to have some unsportsmanlike conduct. There's probably going to be some ejections. But let's see what... but the Gators will have the ball with 49 seconds left around midfield, pending on whether or not where they place the ball after the penalties, who the penalties are on. But I believe I can honestly say the Glenwood Gators have made a great upset here homecoming night 2018, Ron. I think every referee out there threw their...
I think you're right.
I think every one of them threw their flag on that play. Glenwood has called a timeout. With that timeout, we're going to go to commercial break, but we'll be right back to see the final few plays of this ball game.
Let's give it up for those cheerleaders tonight.
Well, I know who I'm going.
We're ready. We ready? Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live with you here in the swamp. We are watching what has been one of the most tremendous upsets for the Gators this year. They are in the process of upsetting Tuscaloosa Academy here for the 2018 homecoming game. You know, Ron, it was, I hate to say it, but I said something to Coach Purdue before the ball game. I said, why did we choose Tuscaloosa for homecoming? And we had a conversation about it. Tuscaloosa's 6-1. We all expected this to be a long night for the Gators. We've had a rough season so far, but the boys have not given up and had come off of a great win last week with Kingwood. And here they are in the last final seconds, 40 seconds left on the clock. Tuscaloosa has called another timeout to try to stop them. And that was their last one?
That was their last one.
And last time out, Glenwood will down this ball, and I don't think there'll be anything that Tuscaloosa can do to stop this. But Glenwood has upset Tuscaloosa Academy here tonight at the homecoming. What a homecoming, Ron. What a homecoming for the Gators. Gators didn't have but 4 home games this year.
That's
we
right.
played 2 away that we were actually considered home teams, but they were, one was in Montgomery, one was in Birmingham. But the Gators have sure put on a show tonight for their fans for the 2018 homecoming, and we will down the ball, Valero, and be 35 seconds and counting.
They got to mark the ball before the 25-second clock goes.
And they'll mark the ball on the 44, and that will be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. There's 22, 17, 16, 15, and the final score will be Gators 38, Tuscaloosa 35. Ron, give me some numbers.
I tell you what, the numbers are amazing. In the first half, Bryce Valero threw for 135 yards, which was his top game at halftime. Since then, I was trying to add it up real quick, and let me add that real quick. I want to be sure I'm right, but he's got.
You know, it's you hate to lose homecoming, especially in a year when you're having a good year, but it's even better to win homecoming in a year when you're not having the greatest year. That gives the boys a reason to fire up and look at them. Look at them going to their fans right there.
He threw for 233 yards in the game, and a lot of those passes were for Trevor Crisco, who had 5 catches, He had 44 yards in the second half, and he had 25 yards, both of those receptions for first downs. So he had 67 yards by himself. And then, of course, Bankston had the one for 15 and the 42-yard touchdown, and also that 33-yard touchdown. So he had just under 100 yards receiving for himself because he was the long ball hitter. So that's two big, long touchdown passes, which they've been looking for all year to get. And just that, plus the running, I think not only Valero running the ball, because he didn't get a lot of yards, but he got key yards.
That's right. Picked up a lot of first downs.
And Daryl Mons, a lot of key plays, and he scored 2 touchdowns for him, and the 2-point conversion.
And you know, I think the key to the whole night, all the touchdowns, all the passes, was the minimal amount of mistakes that the Glenwood Gators made tonight. I believe I could probably count them on one hand how many offensive mistakes that we made, where in the past we have shot ourselves in the foot when we were moving the ball, and we did once tonight, but
that's true.
They didn't give up.
That interception by the guy that caught 2, Mays White, he had 2 pass receptions for touchdowns, and he intercepted the ball, and they wound up hitting a long run by Cameron Chambers and went ahead at that time 35-27, and it wasn't looking too good. Let's be honest about it. But Glenwood got down. They didn't get the touchdown, but Garrett Hall hit a big field goal.
Huge.
That cuts it to 5, so that at least if they can get the ball back, they'll do. So what did they do? A big time stop. And I even called and said, I'd give it to McDuff. Well, obviously, that's what Glenwood was thinking too, because they went for it, and they stopped him dead, and the next thing you know,
Randy Bell read that one from the word go, hit him 3 yards deep in the backfield, and that was what the Gators needed to give them more life. Offensively, they started that drive back deep, and that was a good drive for the Gators. You know, if the Gators could play like this all year long, they wouldn't have the record they have right now.
They wouldn't be 3-5.
No, they would
hardly
not.
agree with you. I think it started last week. They started to get an offensive rhythm played a good, grinded out offense, and we were worried that they wouldn't be able to do that. They did. They were able to grind out. They kept the ball out of the hands of their home run hitters, because they've got home run hitters.
Yes, yes.
Cameron Chambers, Mays White, and even McDuff.
Ball, but once, maybe twice.
That's right. And that was a concern.
Well, Ron, hey, it has been a great game here for the Glenwood 2018 homecoming game, and we are going to let you guys go. Glenwood wins this one 38-35 here in the swamp. Ron, it was great to have you. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
And we want Machine Works.
And also we want to say about the Phenix Citizen, because that's who I write for, and be sure to write that you read what I write next Thursday about this game. Thank you.
And with that, we're going to let you guys go, and we'll see you next week here in the swamp field.
Residential, commercial, and industrial installations, inspections, repairs, home security, building fire alarms, special hazard fire suppression, kitchen vent hood fire suppression, exit light security, CCTV, and access control systems. Contact our team. We would love to help you find a solution that works for you.
Logan Machine Works is one of the best CNC machining plants in the city. They are great with designing custom gates and benches, as they specialize in machining, fabrication, custom metal gates, indoor and outdoor metal art, bridges, licensed collegiate products, and signs. They also do laser metal cutting, precision machining, custom fab, so much more. Logan Machine Works will make all your special projects flawless. Located at 35 Downing Drive in Phoenix.
This is more than a bundle. It's more than a combo deal. It's not just stuff. This is your home, your car. And you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance. State Farm agents get it. It's why they're here.
Call your State Farm agent, Carol Perdue, in Phenix City today.
From birth to 107 and beyond, here's why our patients choose Preferred Medical Group for life.
I will be 107 years old the 28th of July. I love Dr. Cotton because he has always been so honest and dependable.
Our family has been coming to Dr. Carden for over 30 years. We thoroughly love him because he is sincere and he takes the time you need.
Preferred Medical Group. Call us today.
As I look back, I realize that time is the most valuable thing. Hospice, it's about understanding, it's about caring, it's about patience, it's about
Sell and cracks pecans for all your holiday corn, 50-pound bags. Apple corn, 40-pound bags. Largest selection of Echo and Husqvarna chainsaws and blowers. We service what we sell with a well-stocked parts department. Dan's Hardware, Highway 80 West, Ladonia. Locally owned and operated.
Getting better isn't one